I just think about this whole thing of discovery and the frontier stuff. I know you have to branch out, and you want to see things as no one else seen them for the first time. Even if they have, you wouldn't want them to tell you how, and that's why kind of a little sad about the site of the Grand Canyons. The part that I seen was it was already transformed into revenue, but I seen the pretty mountains, but they were really messed up by the steel and glass restaurant sitting right on the edge that man made. But right across the canyon, years and years of water and erosion and stuff made these mountains and valleys and stuff. But I don't know why you try to stockpile money and take over countries and stuff, and unless you have some kind of secret that you know that there's no afterlife. You have to get what you can get, because there's nothing else after you die. You're not aware of anything else. Maybe religion is told to govern men to not be so violent, or have a judge at the end or something. Maybe religion is the only thing that keeps us from having mass panic and paranoia. Because if I'll give you an example, if they came to you and told you that you can get AIDS from a mosquito biting you, then every mosquito that you get bit by, you'll always think you had AIDS or something like that. Now just think of crystal meth. They need different weird combinations and stuff, battery acid or whatever. They need ammonia too, I think. And what if one pees on him to get the ammonia, but he has AIDS, or he has hepatitis or something else? Well, even if they did, chances are a Surgeon General or whoever he is up there, medical person, wouldn't tell you the truth on that, because mass panic is one thing, lawsuits and stuff. Now, I challenge you again to tell your phone to let you see all of the spy satellites, or just satellites, period, communication satellites, on an image of how the world is now with the different communication satellites that's up there. It is so cluttered, and one of the pictures look like artificial insemination, and like I was saying on an earlier tape, kind of gives me the chills to look at or the hives to look through a telescope, microscope, because I always think something's crawling inside me, because your hair never stops growing. That's another disgusting part of it. But how could you have a coalition unless most of those satellites are nuclear satellites to shoot defensive missiles to knock down the meteor? Because you don't have that much time to even. Once it's seen, it's moving. It's 32,000 miles an hour. Maybe coming out of the dark of the moon or something, of the Earth. I don't know what kind of warning system they have, but those satellites, the outer ones, and they're as thick around the Earth as the Earth is round. If you can imagine, you'll see what I mean if I have your interest that far. It is, and they talk about windows. I don't know about windows yet. But they said we're waiting to launch, but we're waiting a window or something. I'm gonna check. It's my only. I'm supposed to find out what it is, if I mention it. And so are they talking about the windows when the trajectory goes up? The most likely tunnel that it can go out, all that shit, man, y'all should see it. It is so cluttered up there. How could it? I can't even see how they launch stuff and it don't domino effect hit some of that stuff. You should see it. It is, man. We done fucked up the Earth, and you talking about going to Mars. We need to clean up some of this litter around the Earth, man. Y'all got to see it, man. I'm telling you, it's nasty, and at least one or two of them, man. It's let me see how many I would think it is. Millions of satellites, millions, 3 or 4 million satellites just cluttered like fleas around a something. Oh man, it looks nasty to me. So I would think they have to wait for a window to. I don't know how to do that unless the missiles are the satellites that's in their outer rotation. Because everything seems to stay in this rotation. So maybe the atmosphere is about where the last one is. And I can see that then. You got a basketball with guns all the way around it on the outer skin, and you're shooting all different loops to get to that meteor. Now I can see that, but you can't do that from the Earth to the meteor because all that shit. And that tells you right there they have Star Wars, something like Star Wars. Because man, you gotta see it. You cannot shoot. I don't even know how to put satellites up now, unless they rubber and they bounce against each other or something that don't hurt them. Or maybe it knows it had to go to the right by the other one and sit down at a desk or something because it's tight up there. But I'm gonna look at it again just for the knowledge of trying to find out how they launch past all that stuff. Well, they got to. They launch from the ground. Well, I ain't gonna be on here long, man. Let me find out something. Damn, that's amazing. But how much time do you have to knock down a satellite? You have to find out what's its makeup. Is it an iron satellite? Is it frozen ice? Is it I'm gonna go. I'll see y'all a little later, man.